Yo, yo, welcome to another JefeCast on the 13th of March. Um, Hope everybody's had a nice week, a good start to the week, a good weekend, actually. A great start to your week coming. Uh, Today's pretty straightforward. We're just gonna, this is what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start breaking down my podcast. We're gonna do like movie reviews and TV reviews on one. We'll do like a sports talk and all that, and then we'll just have like one where it's like a freelance and talk about whatever we want to talk about. But today specifically, I want to talk about TV shows and movie shows, movies and TV shows that I've seen recently, and just give a quick review. Um, Scream Six, You season 4, part 2. Uh, I'm late, but I just been watching Narcos. I started BMF. Oh Jesus, let me see. Season finales for both Poker Face and Last of Us. Yeah, and Mayor of Kingstown. Oh, sorry, I ain't supposed to see that in my hand. Also, I started watching Narcos. Did I say that? Am I tripping? John Wick's coming out. I heard some stupid news from Venom 3, which was really wow, really. Ghost Power Book is coming back out. So we're just gonna run through those really quick. Um, First off, let's start with Scream. It's not that I didn't like Scream. What it do? My man, I text you, you ain't text me back. I should put you on the court and put 45 points on you. It's one of my old players, man. I heard he's been balling hard recently. So, look out for my little dogs, man. They coming. They definitely coming up. Um, but Scream, right? So I don't want to completely go through every instant of the movie because again, not everybody goes to see the movie the first night like myself. So I'm gonna give you some time to get a chance to go and enjoy the movie yourself. But just the gist and the overall of how I felt watching the movie. Now, I it's not a bad movie. If I had to rate it out of five, I'd give it 3.5. Maybe 3.5 out of five. So the story basically picks up with the they end up calling themselves the something four, the core four, the people from the last movie, the two sisters, and then the brother and sister. Um, Follows them in New York. Apparently, the sister Jenny Ortega, she went to college. The group went to college, and so the big sister followed with. Of course, the big sis still has her. You know, she still doesn't really trust too many things going on, so she's very overprotective of her sister. Her sister doesn't like it, and whatever the case is. But then they end up showing one of the killers, Ghostface, killing this woman in the alley. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, this had to be the most stupid kill I've ever seen in a sense that somebody is telling you like you supposed to be meeting somebody at a bar. Say you met him on Tinder or whatever the case. You meeting them at the bar, and then the person keeps saying like they're close but they're not there. So you leave the bar and walk down the alley. In what world? Who's that gullible is foolish to walk down the alley looking for somebody that you don't even know who he look like? Anywho, so the woman is killed. They reveal who the killer is. It's the dude who plays in Spider Man, the little brown Indian looking kid who plays Flash Thompson or something like that. So he's initially the Ghostface. He killed his teacher, him and his boy. they was finishing the movie of the white guy who was the killer in the past movie, the guy from the boys. I can't remember all these names. Okay, so just bear with me. So it turns out, it's this whole thing trying to figure out who the killer is. And Scream is always so meta, so they're talking you through, if this person does this and this and this. That was a little bit obnoxious at some points. I'm not gonna lie. Her, like them explaining what the movie, the tropes of the horror movie, like, bruh, we get it, okay? Like, we get it. But overall, I thought that the movie wasn't bad, but like the kill, bro. No, like this is my thing, and I have to. I always try to explain it this way. I can't take you serious if you don't kill anybody. I ain't talking about the ancillary characters that just showed up. Not them. Care less about them. We know they're going to die. The core characters. I can't take your movie serious, or I can. I can't really. What am I? How much? It just doesn't take it to the next level when you don't have any credible deaths. These people were at the end. Jenny Ortega literally falls off a balcony onto the guy's knife, damn near. Still stabs the man in the eye and never limps or walks. She was stabbed in the back and in the stomach, and she ain't had like walked away from that like nothing happened. She had her arm in a cast. Mindy was stabbed on the train. Nope, she didn't die. She comes running after being stabbed like 2, 3, 4 times. She comes running out to see the people. The brother was stabbed like 8 times, bro. It was 2 because eventually I started to realize this isn't going to be just 2 killers. It's going to be 3. There's something about it. I'm just a good horror movie guesser, but I figured it ain't going to be 2 killers. There'll be 3. And so 2 of them was stabbing the brother to death in the sides, bro. He lived. Gail, they stabbed Gail up. She lived. I hate Gail Weathers. Let me just go on a quick tangent. I hate Gail Weathers. And Gail Weathers needs to die. What does Gail Weathers add to the freaking story? Nothing. She needs to die. She needs to go right now. I'm sick of her. You killed Dewey? You killed Dewey? What can she do? What can she do except get slapped in every movie because all she does is take people's stories and try to profit it for herself? I hate Gail Weathers. And they had a perfect opportunity to kill her. As soon as I heard that goddamn EMT medic say, "Oh, she's a light pulse," I said, "Damn it, they didn't kill this broad. They keep." I hate her. I hate Gail Weathers. And they could have killed Gail. And they could have killed Mindy. And they could have killed the brother. And they could have killed Jenny Ortega, who was stabbed in the stomach and back. None of these people died. They were so good after being almost killed. It was ridiculous. I was just stabbed in my stomach and my back, but I'm fine. I can walk and do the Dougie and all this. What is going on? Like, that part of the movie blew me. Now, I'm not going to spoil the ending for you. You'll see it for yourself. And I'm going to give you to next week, Monday, when I really dive into the whole ending of the story. But I'm just going to say it's a good movie. Is it the best Scream? No. Is it the worst Scream? No. But it's right there in the middle. It's good. The story kind of rounded out. It was a little wonky at times. And I'm not hating. Being honest, I see things. Hayden Panettiere, whatever her name is. What did she do to her face? She did something to her face. Her face, here, her lips, something she did something to her face. Women, ladies, please stop with the plastic surgery. It's ruining y'all. Courtney Cox looks terrible. Like, why do y'all keep doing that? Like, she looks weird. Like, her face looks weird. It's throwing me off. It was really distracting me. But overall, outside of them just not dying, refusing to die when they should have died, and not killing anybody who was worth being missed, The movie was cool. I may have thought that the last one might have been slightly, maybe. I like the last one a little better, maybe. Still didn't like the way Dewey died, and it was supposedly by the hands of that little white girl. There's no way she could lift him off his feet. I'm sorry. So, whatever. But um, I am curious because there was a lot of stuff going on, like the daughter of the original killer. She likes killing. Yeah, she likes killing. So I'm curious as to where that goes. Like she's trying to fight this urge of whatever she feels is in her blood, like from her father, this murderous. It would be really cool if she became Ghostface. To me, at least to me. Hold on, one second. So yeah, to me, Scream Six was okay. It was okay. Um, I kind of like how they rounded out. It was a little sloppy, but I did like who the killers actually were. It's like I knew two of them. I didn't guess one. Um, but I just them not killing anybody who mattered took me out of it, and then the way these people survive from being what they should have been killed. Like you're being stabbed on both sides of your stomach at the same time. You should be dead. Why is he alive? Why? Like he should be dead. I'm not wishing the man to die. I'm just saying he should be dead. Hold on. Why does that look like that? So so yeah, there's a quick review. Uh, Basically, they're getting tracked around the city by Ghostface. He's killing people in bodegas. He's chasing people through apartments. He's flipping ladders, people falling off to their death. He killing everybody. And he's like counting down. He keeps leaving masks, different versions of the killer. So check it out. If you're a Scream fan, it's a good movie to watch. I mean, it's good. It's not bad by any means, but it's not great. You let me be honest with y'all. I hated this show. I came in on season three. I hated this show. I thought that You was the most asinine, ridiculous BS show I've ever seen in my life. And then I saw the preview for You season four. And at first, I could have cared less because, like I said, season three was the worst TV I've ever seen. It was not the worst, but it was top 10 worst storytelling I've ever seen. I thought it was horrible. But I saw this preview and I thought it was a little different with him kind of trying to find this murderer and blah blah blah. So I said, okay, I'm curious. Part one, I like part one. I guess that Reese was the killer. But part two is completely different. Um, and again, I don't know if I should go and spoil this or not because people are still actively watching this show. Mm. Well, basically, it picks up from where it basically left off, and Joe, he's trying to find out what is it about Reese, so it's I don't want to spoil it. Oh, because the twist is so dope. I'm gonna just say this. season, and again, I'll go back next week, or I'll give the show at least a week to come out before I give my spoiler, because it's not fair if you're watching me and I spoil a show. I hate when people do that to me. I'm still mad at the person who told me that Ghost died before I saw the episode. So whoever that Uber driver was all those years ago, F you, okay? You don't spoil stuff that people want to see. So I'm gonna try not to spoil you. I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna give an overall. You season 4, part 2 is it. I thoroughly enjoyed. That was the best bit of TV that they have done. Great twist. I love the ending. I mean, it was a really good show. 5 episodes. Um, really want to know what y'all think about that, about this second part of the season, because I'm telling you, the twist that they did really threw me off. Like, wow, Joe is tripping. A little bit of Jekyll Hyde, a little bit like a Hulk, David Banner thing going on here, in a sense. Maybe far, I might be completely off with those comparisons, but I know what I mean when I say it. Um, but I really enjoy you. Um, man, I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to what potentially season 5 can provide, and just to. So the U creator hints at what's next for season 5. Uh, let's see. She says, Gamble, the creator, there certainly could be more. We have an idea for what happens next, but we hope for the best and prepare for the worst. I feel like if your show hasn't been picked up and you write a season finale, that's only satisfying if it's a cliffhanger. And we'll tell you only what happens on the other side. It's tempting the gods to cancel you. Um, but there is a whole nother story. Um, there is a whole nother end to this where I can see Joe dying. And we'll talk. We'll just say that somebody who he think is dead isn't dead, and it would be crazy for them to show up down the line and kill Joe once and for all. She continues to say, "The day we start, oh no, I don't want to do that because that's me spoiling. Uh, it'll be me spoiling the show." But Gambles did say if there is a season 5, it will pick up uh directly with how it ends. I literally can't tell you anything about the show. I don't want to spoil it. I just want to tell you, go effing see it. It's really good. And next week we can dive into more conversation about it. But as of right now, I feel like I'll be robbing some people of watching something they really wanted to see by me telling you the ending. Even if it's like, oh, you can skip 5 minutes. Then no, I'm not gonna do that. Watch the damn show. All right? It's a good show. Well, it's a good season. What do we have next? Oh, The Last of Us season finale today. Well, it was Sunday, but I watched it this morning. I do have a gripe, just one. One gripe with this show. And it is that there's not a lot of action. Which is cool. Can you shut up? Why are you playing? You stop talking right now. What was I saying? Oh, no action. I'm trying to think in that last episode, maybe like 2 minutes of action. But again, it's great storytelling. Basically, Joe and Ellie have made it to the hospital. He on the way there, he says to her, "Look, we don't have to do this. We can go back to my brothers. We can be cool." She says, I don't want to do halfway. We ain't do all this for nothing. Joe's starting to take to Ellie. He's looking at her more like a daughter figure than he was when he first came in contact with her. He feels like there's hope for him to live again and love again. He ends up telling her he tried to kill himself, which is why he's kind of deaf in his right ear. He flinched when he pulled the trigger. And he said that basically she gave him reason to live. So they keep going. They end up getting ambushed by the fireflies. They Joe wakes up in a medical bed. They got Ellie taken away. He's asking, "What's up with Ellie?" They like, "Look, basically, we gotta, in a sense, kill her to save the world." Joe says, that," and proceeds to kill. They try to walk him out, which was foolish. You knew he wasn't going to leave. Walk him out and leave him with his bag. You know damn well Joe wasn't just about to roll. Man, Joe came back, murdered both of them, killed everybody. It was like it almost went to like a game mode where it was like that, where it's like the way the camera was, it looked like you was playing a game. Then it kind of switched to him, but ultimately, he kills the doctor. He kills everybody he stands in his way. He takes the girl, and Marlene shows up. He kills Marlene. Who cares about the words and the conversation that happens? He kills Marlene after a discussion, and he's driving off. When Ellie wakes up, she's basically like, what happened?" He's like, "Yo, like he lied to her. He said that uh some raiders came in. He had to fight to get out. He barely got out alive." And she asked what happened to Marlene. And he kind of like bypassed the question. So when they're driving, when they get to where they're about to go, he's all excited about, he kind of got like this daughter back. He's comparing her to his daughter. Not really comparing, but talking about the two of them. And she asks Joe, she says, "Joe, for any of this to really work, I want you to be 100% honest. Was that story that you told me about what happened with the Fireflies, was it true?" She said, "Swear to me that what you told me happened." And he said, "I swear." Now, the question I've been saying is, was Joel right to do that? Yes. People keep saying Joel was wrong. He was right. As a parent, you have to protect your kids from certain things. Maybe down the line when she's older, you can explain to her, and she will have every right to be upset if she feels like, "Yo, we could have changed the world." But at that moment, you can't blame somebody who's looking at her as as a guardian to not have to not put her like you can't tell kids everything. What would have happened if he told her, "Yeah, I went in there. They was gonna kill you and take your brain and do this and that, and then it would have made a cure, but I killed all the people." It would turn her off. I think that he did that. I think that that lie was the best lie that he could tell her, so she don't go down a darker hole. Keep saying people say. I mean, I know it's going to come back down the line to bite him in his ass. I know that, but I get why he did it. I mean, why would I tell my daughter anything like that? Oh man, they just murdered. Yeah, I just murdered all these people because they was going to kill you. Maybe she thinks that she should have died so she could prevent others from, So who knows? But I think in that moment, he made the right choice because they need to get to safety. Who's to say she doesn't try to run off or defy Joe when they're so close to being out of the woods? I'm curious to see what season two looks like. Uh, so we'll see. What else did I have? I know you're gonna be mad at me. I know. I know you are. But please, please don't be. Poker face. Poker face, poker face. I know. Right now, you're shaking your head. See, no, it's not y'all. It's you. You know what I'm talking. I know you're shaking your head right now. Like, I can't believe you finished. Yes, I did. Sorry. I had to. I have to stay up with the current events. Don't send me no message talking crap either. But I am sorry. I had to. I had to finish it. Of course, it continues with her every episode. Basically, it's her solving, being somewhere and something bad happening, and her being able to tell the people that who's lying and ends up solving it. She heads to another city. Apparently, it's been going on for over a year. Like her traveling. You finally get how long it's been in the last episode. In episode 9, this is how we get to 10. The case she had to solve was something of herself. She was, yeah, yep, see? There it is. Don't you send me that. The 9th episode, she was hit by a car. The guy thought he killed her, so he hit her in a tree. She wasn't dead. She comes knocking on their door. And when the guy was about to kill her, the car pulled up. This chick that she was, yeah, it's a long story. But because of that situation, at the end, she has to go to a hospital where um, the girl who had pulled up in her car, she ends up dead. And they basically, because she had her ID or her name or something, they thought they said that she was dead. Basically, the main character was dead, but she wasn't. So they named her Jane Doe and named the other girl her. So she's like, oh, yes, thank God. Like, yeah, I'm clear. I'm in the clear. The dude was sitting outside. He was like, I got it. So episode 10, she eventually gets released, finds out that somebody was privately paying for her to be okay. She steps outside and she sees the guy. The guy takes her all the way back to see the father. But it's not what she thinks. Like the guy tells her, go put this dress on, I'll be back in an hour. He goes, gets her in the hour, take her down to meet the father. The father's sitting there. She's expecting that he's going to kill her. He's just like, nah, I'm not. She's like, why are you chasing me? He said, because you was running. She was like, man, I was running because you was chasing me. He said, now I caught you. And she's like, yeah, so now what? He is like, he basically wanted to offer her a job. His son was working with one of the family members, the 5 families that he didn't want to work with, to bring him into like the casino in his area in Nevada. But his son was going behind his back and working with him. The whole time when he's talking, the security guard looks nervous. I'm like, why are you looking like that? So he offers her a job. Basically, he wants her to find out who's lying. Who's lying about what? And then he brings this gift box. He asks her to reach inside the gift box and, basically, welcome back. She reaches inside the gift box. It's a gun. There's some stuff I'm missing that you'll see during the episode, but it's this gun. So she pulls out this gun and she's kind of confused. And he's looking at her kind of confused. And then the lights cut out. And then he's shot 2 times and the lights cut back on. The gun's smoking. And he pulled the security guard pulls his gun. And he's like, she killed him. She killed him. And you find out he also was working with the 5 families. And she needed somebody to take the fall. So he basically trying to pin it on her. During the episode, he told her to open the glove compartment. She was asking if she killed this friend of hers. He pulled over. He said, open the glove compartment. It was a gun. He said, take it out. She took it out. And she was like pointing it towards him, but she couldn't shoot him. He was basically like, do what you got to do. She don't do it. That gun that she touched, he put that in the plastic bag. He basically exchanged a gun, shot her with the gun that shot her with the gun that she was touching. So he basically switched it, and it's looking like it's her. But it ended up she had an FBI contact, and somehow through you'll see the episode, they ended up coming to get him instead of her. And then she gets a phone call from the family, basically trying to offer her another job. If she hangs up, and they're gonna be looking for her. You know what I'm saying? Oh, boy. So she hangs up. So now season two gonna be her running from even bigger mafia in a sense. So I thought the show was really good. She's annoying. The character's very annoying, but I like the show. And again, don't be mad at me, please. Uh, let's see. So I did start watching. Oh, last season finale. Mayor of Kingstown. It's a good show. It's on Paramount. This episode, basically, Buddy got out of jail last episode, and the first thing Bunny does is rob a gun shop. Um, Also, Milo is trying to trade the girl. I forgot her name for the $14 million in bonds. So you got that storyline going on. He went to Bunny, told Bunny, man, you need to take the goods back because ATF coming. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that type of smoke. So what happened at the end of that show? I know the little boy that the mom was trying to save out of jail. He was getting bullied in jail, so he laid his head under the truck tire and was ran over. He didn't even, the truck driver didn't know until he felt like a bump and he jumped out the truck to see the kid land under the truck. What happened at the end of the episode? It's like I don't know what's going the mayor going to do. I mean, outside of trading the money, getting the girl back, but then he made other enemies on accident. Then I don't know if one of the officers who they think killed this guy. They beat him. I don't know if they beat him to death or they just beat the crap out of him. But that show is pretty good too. It was a good season finale with Jeremy Renner. Um, I wonder where his relationship with Bunny going to go because while there's still respect, Bunny is still feels the type of way about him putting him, in jail to try to whatever the plan was didn't go the way that uh, Jeremy thought it was. So the other dude's wife left him. His wife didn't leave him, but she went to her father's house. I guess she just, thinks it's too dangerous and such. So, good show, good season finale. I mean, obviously there should be a season three. Old shows that I'm just seeing now. Narcos. I just finished season one. I'm in maybe third episode of season two. And hold on one second. And I'm gonna call you in a few minutes to finish up a podcast. All right. So this is basically based on Pablo Escobar. Uh, this show hits me a little different because it's based on his actual life and things he's done. Uh, I'm confused by him because for the little good that he did 10 times his worst damage. Like he would give money to the poor and build houses for them, but he's also the reason why there are thousands of people get murdered, hundreds of people get murdered. Uh, he's very prideful, very egotistical. Uh, like when he didn't get his way with things, he would just lash out like a child. But the way he lashes out is, you know, people being murdered, bombs being set, and destruction. Um, so he killed. If he felt one person was snitching out of a group, and that one person didn't speak up. The whole crew was dying. He killed senators, politicians. He killed officers. They killed so many people, so many. And it's but I swear, like, I don't think nobody is as gangster as what he pulled off. And what he pulled off had to be the most gangster thing I ever seen in my life. What he pulls off is he ends up forcing his government's hand into allowing him to build his own prison and living out his doing his prison term on his own jail with his own uh guards, and no police can be around 3 miles, no overhead flyovers, and because he caused so much, like, he was just killing and bombing and doing so much, they just was like, look, okay, that's gangster. He built his own prison. I ain't never heard of that one. I don't think nobody topped that one. My man built his own. Yo, you gotta understand what I'm saying. He had people so scared. He had 800 properties. He himself, that's why they can't find him. And if they do find him, he already headed out to the next spot. Bro, he has 800 properties. The dude, man, built his own prison. He had the hookers being smuggled in. He had jacuzzis being casino games, TVs. And the president was like, yeah, he can have all of that, as long as he stay his ass in jail. But ultimately, he ends up killing somebody on the property, and they find out that the guy's missing, so they storm him, and he gets out of there. And I mean, like, once he gets out, he's back at it. I'm gonna make him pay. He's showing up, killing people. He a gang man. The guy who plays him is really good. Uh, I mean, he wears that face, that emotionless expression like nothing I've seen. But it's just amazing. Like, it's not like Power. It's not like Ghost. This isn't fiction. This is a real guy who did a lot of bad. Like, he killed so many innocent babies, women, men, priests, police. It don't matter. In his way, don't agree with him. You say something disrespectful, he'll kill you. And he comes off as such a humble, respectable guy. But really, he's a narcissist. You say anything he doesn't like, his eyes cut at you. And you see it written on his face like, I should shoot you right here. Like, I should have you executed. Like, he's just, but then it's like you see sides of him where you see a guy who in another life could have been somebody great. Because he had, for the things he cared about, he really cared about. He put in all of his energy and effort into it. And but for the good he did 5 times bad. So I just don't understand. Like, how do you claim you are the man of the people, but yet the people you have are fearful of you? Like, and he's a good manipulator. He builds houses and then comes back 10 years later and recruits your son. Interesting show. Very, very interesting. I caught maybe an episode or two of BMF. You know, I mean, it's not bad from what I've seen. I hate the father. I can't stand the father in that show. He played in what? What else did he play in? Let me see. BMF. I I cannot stand this man. Like, Russell Hornsby. Not him personally, but I just don't ever want to see him act in a movie or TV show again. I do not like this. Hold on. He was in he was in Love. That's the movie. Hold on. TV. Let's see. He was in TV shows on Netflix, and he blew me so bad. I don't ever want to see him again. 7 seconds, and then he was in something else. But he always plays like this mean ass, this tough, this speed father. Like, bruh, I can't stand him. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't stand seeing that guy. So yeah, I mean, I don't. I started watching it. Is what I'm saying, and from what I've seen so far, seemed like a cool story. Two brothers, one of which who the parents look at and see, little, they have little faith in him, and yet the other brother, who they have all the faith in, is in the same time as the older brother. But as older brothers, we always got to protect the younger. You know? So I might have came in on the wrong season because I saw Cash Doll. I don't even know who that is, but I did think that her acting was pathetic. I was like, well, of course, this is her way to get. The first thing that you do is get naked on screen, but cool, that's cool. Her acting was horrible. So I guess I must be in the wrong season. I think I need to go back a season and watch. Because people was clowning her, and I was like, damn, I thought I was at the beginning. Apparently, I'm on the wrong season, so I need to probably go back one more season. But yeah, I know they be trying to give people a shot, but no, like first chance you get on screen. Oh, let me show my tits. You know, Aaliyah was in movies too. She ain't never shown her tits. Beyonce been in movies too. She ain't never shown her tits. It's new school. Soon as y'all get into something, y'all get naked. Y'all get nude. You have sex on screen. Like that's supposed to boost your career. Just gets you talked about, but it's like, come, that's. I'm not knocking it. I love breasts. I'm just saying, come on. Like you couldn't get a role where you was like it wasn't some typical what your ass would do. Like yeah, we know that you would go and have sex, and we get it. We get. I just be a little annoyed with some of the depictions and stuff. I don't care what nobody else do. It's just be the black people. Like, bruh, why do we just seem to sell out so easily sometimes? Because I'm black. So yeah, I get upset with my black people. Saw the reviews for John Wick Chapter 4. I saw the reviews were tremendous. They say this. Hey, I heard the action, the action scenes are crazy, and that the story is there's no low moments. It's just constant. You're gonna be engaged. I'm looking forward to seeing John Wick. Uh, there's just so many movies in March. I feel like I've seen. I guess Ant Man was February, but then it was Creed, Scream, Cocaine Bear. Uh, you have Shazam coming out next week. You got John Wick. It's just like endless movies. Like God dang. So I can't wait to see John Wick, man. Like Keanu Reeves, he does the damn thing. I can tell you he does that. Speaking of Shazam 2 that comes out next week. A lot of people said I had seen a poll where people were saying that they would wait for the movie to actually come out on streaming. I guess because of the whole James Gunn thing, but I'm gonna go see it. The first movie, Shazam, came out, and I didn't see it for like 3 years. When I did see it. It was really good. I enjoyed the movie. It was fun, different tone than that dark ass Superman and Batman, the movies that they keep trying to drop. Like it was a fun, lighter tone. So this second one, I'm interested in why is his suit turning black like Black Adam's. They showed in the Black Adam movie, like when he got angry, like whatever happened with his anger, it like turned his suit black, like the skin black to this. So what's going on with him? I'm curious, but I'm gonna see it, and I hope it's good. Megan Good's in it, love Megan Good. Can't go wrong with that. So yeah, hopefully as well. My show is returning. Look at my girl on the right. Yeah, man. Mary J. She be looking good. Old Mary J. be looking good. I didn't. I was not. I did not think Mary J. was a fine woman by any means when I was younger. But something about her old age. I don't know. Looking good, Mary J. Looking good. But I'm curious, what goes on this season here. More crap for Tariq. I'm still mad at him. He had the out. You didn't even have to do a season 3. You could have ended Tariq on season 2. He had a complete out, and he just stepped right back in the game. And I was just like, his father would be ashamed. Um, I wonder if they're ever going to do anything with his little sister. Like, is she still too young or what? Like, she always had like this non-speaking role. She'd be there. So I'm looking forward to Tariq. What happened at the end? Then last season, what had happened at the end? He had partnered back up with Monique, right? And then something else happened for Tariq. Like he came up on somebody's radar. Remember, he went and she killed the light skinned dude, but they had Tariq on video, and the Spanish chick came back and like caught him on and saw him on video and something like that. I'm looking forward to Power. I think it come back this week. So where's my? I think it come back. Oops. I think it come back on this week. Maybe I believe it's this week. I need to double check. Whenever it come back, I know I need to be right there watching that thing, like for sure. I didn't care about Tariq when he first was in the show, but they didn't turn the kid into something. I wish they would show him doing a little bit more though. He's all like, what I'm saying? I don't know if you get what I mean. Like, when does Tariq shop and get all these clothes? And you never show him doing anything outside of like just doing this, like school and business. You like to see him just doing regular college guy stuff. Just because you're a drug dealer, don't mean that you're just busy 24/7. Drug dealers be chilling, especially when you got people working for you. They be chilling, bro. You just get the phone calls. Money there. Alrighty then. Um, and last but not least, I heard some news about Venom 3 that I don't know how I feel about. I keep hearing it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like it. They're saying that Venom 3 is supposed to be a direct sequel to Venom Web, which is supposed to have Venom trying to kill a little Spider-Man, like Back to the Future type of thing. Like, because I know that this kid is going to be the death of us one day, so let's kill him. Like the whole, what they said, like you go back and kill baby Hitler or something like that. This is y'all making a Venom 3 movie where Spider-Man is a kid and there's 3 Spider Women, different multiverses, trying to protect baby Peter from Venom, who's trying to kill him because they know in the future he's going to defeat them.
One of them. Yeah, he's looking like, did that just happen?
What?
I hope that's not right. I think I think that's a movie I would wait to go to streaming to see that. If they do that, If they do that,
unforgivable.
I don't know what else to say. I just need to see something funny after that. Like, hold on. That's my face right now. I'm confused. But a little bit of this will help. Us! Toss! Guts! Release! So stuff like that. I don't know what they're doing with Venom. Why would you make a movie where it's just so preposterous? Nobody wants to go see Venom fight Spider Women from all time. Where do they come? Well, I guess it comes from the Madam Web, so you will get introduced to them through there. I really do hope that's not true. I think that is so stupid. So, I don't know. I don't know what else to say, but this is a nice throwback. Oh yeah, fat people. All right, love them. Love fat people. With that being said, that's all I got for right now. We'll talk about sports and we'll talk about other things on another day. But right now, all I want to do is finish watching Narcos because this guy is crazy. Yeah, they can't do that to Venom 3. I really hope they don't do that. I really, 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 really hope they don't do that. When I can, I will get Phil. Phil has been busy. We can do some diving into some Marvel or whatever. I wish I had more Marvel people who I knew was really into this. We could dive into something. Where is Kang coming back? Outside of the Loki, like there's so many versions of Kang. I would love to see what they do. And I just don't want to have to wait forever to see him again, because we didn't really see Thanos until Infinity Wars, right? I mean, we seen him, like him looking over his shoulder or something, but we didn't see him in action like how we saw Kane at one time. So I hope he's back, and I hope he starts kicking some ass. Look, I love my superheroes, but like I said, you can't, it's hard to take anything serious when nobody of worth dies or is put in peril. I don't know. So that's it. Go smoke weed. Peace.